Okay, well, good morning. Here we are at part 3. Now I got Randy and James on, so thanks for joining. I don't know why the notifications aren't going. I know when you click that bell, you gotta click the dark bell. It will do all, but it's the same thing. Sometimes I have to go and search through the channels to find the notification, and it's easier to find on my phone than it is on my computer for some reason. Yeah, there I am. Okay, so we're going. So, setting point part, we've had the 2 loaves in the oven rising. So I'm gonna pull one out and leave the other one just to keep rising because I only can bake one at a time. So you can see that it is increased about 3 times its height, which is perfect. And then what I'll do is I'll make some diagonal cuts or indentations in this way, about 3 of them. And then I will slip a small tab of butter, about a quarter tab, half tab, whatever you want to call it, into each one. So when it bakes, it'll put the butter right into it. So this is kind of how we got it. I could also flake some cornmeal on top of it for the crust. Sprinkle some cinnamon or some other sort of flavoring that you'd want, but we're going to just keep this as regular white bread. So I'll put that in the oven. And I got it set at 400 for 10 minutes. So I got it at a higher temperature. What it's going to do, it's going to cause the outer part of it to kind of crust up, like that crust you have. And after 10 minutes, I will reduce the heat to about 325 and then cook it for probably 25 to 30 minutes, and then it should be done. And then I will put them on what's called a cooling rack. To let the loaf cool down. And then once it cools down, I'll probably wrap it in aluminum foil to take the other property. With the second loaf, I can cook it later. It'll probably even rise even more during this time. See what we got going. I just got the notification. Okay. We're back. Let's break bread. There we go. On a cold, dreary day like today, that's when I start craving fresh break bread. Van City proper, good morning. Happy Easter. So this is part 3. So what I did, here's the other one, which I still have in the proofing oven. And I literally used tea candles in the oven to maintain the 90 degrees. So I found another use for tea lights. I use that to maintain the oven because the big oven's not working. The stovetop does. And I have a smaller oven that I'm cooking in. Otherwise, I'd be able to cook both at the same time. What else we got going here? Caribbean House. Hey, welcome back. So I got the 1 loaf bacon at 400 degrees for 10 minutes, and I'll change it down about 325 because it is a convection oven. I should be able to cook at a less temperature. And then once that's done, I will Chrome. Google Chrome. And then Man City for the you may have sent me an email, I haven't read it, but for the live next week, I can do later on in the day. 3:30 my time was the earliest I would be able to do it, but I can do 4:30 or 5:30, whichever works better for you. I'll just do a longer workout and hang around town a little bit longer. So it's cooking, and when the 10 minutes go off, I will bring it out for everybody to look at, see what it's looking like at that time. So we only got about 6.5 minutes to go, and then I'll cook the rest of it. It's a different Man City channel, I guess. So anyway, in chat, make sure you hit the thumbs up. Hope to catch all 3 parts. I don't know if we'll do a live on the 4th part because kind of will need to be heading out. But what I'll probably do is I'll probably just show the finished product on my phone and then download it just as a short video. Hopefully we'll be able to do that. Got the potatoes boiling too. And then the potatoes will get transferred over to a crock pot. That's the easiest way to have things travel and to be able to heat them up. So the beans are in this crock pot over here. And then the potatoes we put in this one. Crock pot cooking is so much fun and easy. And it's a great way because you make a lot of simple recipes with those. Waiting for the big reveal. Woo! It won't be done. It'll only be partially done. It's like drum roll, please. Get my hot mitten. Actually, I have some work gloves that allow me to do the same thing. So I actually got high temperature gloves right here. That'll give me more dexterity. Be nice what they're rated to. I guess I'll find out. So while we're doing that, hope everybody's having a wonderful day today. So the menu is fresh made bread. Michael, thanks for joining in. Which is the one is in the oven, not this oven. So this one's proofing, and it's already increased its size by easily 3 times. The other one's in the smaller oven cooking. I've already made green beans with bacon and onions in there. I got mashed potatoes boiling here. Still got a little more time with those. I'll mix them up. I'll put them in this crock pot. The beans are in that crock pot. And then we'll go off to a friend's house where they've got a lot of their meals prepared too. Is your cooking better than your bench? I would say that I do pretty well at both. One feeds the other. Can't bench those huge weights without eating a lot of good food. And that's the way I see it. So, let's see how that's looking. Pretty good. Dum, dum, dum. See what's going on here. Fresh bread. He started answering it, so I stopped typing. There we go. Oh, we also, the wife made a dessert, which is crushed pretzels on the bottom, cream cheese and whipping cream on top, or in the middle layer, and then Jello pudding with fresh strawberries put on the very top. And that is really good. You want some serious calories, that's the way to do it. And maybe I can show you that right now while we're waiting. So this is the dessert. Come on. You kind of see the layers. The bottom layer is pretzels, cream cheese, and whipping cream, and Jello and strawberry. And then when you serve it, put some Cool Whip on top, and look out. Here we go. We know how to eat here at the MacBean farm. I'm going to let the neighbor know it's time for some more fresh eggs. I picked up 4 dozen from her not that long ago, and I had a dozen and a half, and I'm down to my last dozen. Looks like a trifle. Is that what that's called, Shelley?
It's called strawberry pretzel salad.
It's called strawberry pretzel salad, is what it's called. I love seed oils. What should I do? So usually you switch over to coconut oil, avocado oil, olive oil is much more healthier. Even shortening is better than that. There we go. Okay, I'll let you see what it looks like. Okay, these gloves work. There you go. Let's get a nice brown on top. And it's risen a little bit more. Starting to look like a real loaf of bread. Then what I'm going to do, I'm going to turn it around. That's pretty good. So these gloves allow me to handle it at that temperature. So I'll turn it around. I'm going to give it a few minutes. Still at the higher heat because I let a lot of heat out. And then I'll turn the heat down. Plans showed with the health crisis. Oh, cool. Now we're all immigrants, except my wife. She's Native American, but came through the process. And that's all I'm going to say about that. Unfortunately, we're now using it for political gain, and really, we're getting a lot of the wrong people in here for the wrong reasons. So I pull the temperature down. I'll set it for 20 minutes because I want to check it at 20 minutes. I'll thump it. If it sounds kind of, foul there, then I know it's cooked. So like I said, I got the beans, got the potatoes. Should be getting pretty close. So I did bring those beaters out.
John, can you put that crock pot on low?
Yep. The one with the beans in it?
Yeah.
Yep. All right, got that one in low. So the mashed potato is pretty easy. Just butter and salt and milk.
I'll do it.
I got it. I'll do it. Yeah, overruled. I got everything prepped for you, baby. So you got like 18 minutes before the bread comes out. Respectable conservative have done it again. Yeah. I only try to be respectful. Yep, and there was rules. And there are rules. They're just not being adhered to. Yep, correct, Randy. Rules were there for a reason. A lot of people want to come here and make a better life for themselves and contribute as an American. And I tell you, most of the most patriotic people I've met have been people that have come over through the system and now live here and have businesses. So, you know, we do want people to come here. We want the right people to come here. We don't want criminals to come here. We don't want the sex trafficking getting out of control. And the problem is it's all comes down to the power of money, which it doesn't involve us because we don't fit in either category. And that's all I got to say about that. This is talking about cooking. What did James say? Yeah. So not those beaters, but those curly ones. Now they did have these there too, but I already had two of them. But those curly ones allowed me to make the bread. Otherwise, with these, that dough would rise all the way up into here, and it would be all this a big glob. So you only could mix the dough to a certain consistency, and then I would have to grab a spatula, you know, a mixing spoon, and do it by hand the rest of the way. Where those curly ones that I just bought for a dime each, I was able to make a solid dough material, so I could put it right out and then just roll it. So that made it a lot easier. Best 30 cents I spent. One of them wouldn't fit in there, so I only needed two anyway. So I'm glad I bought all three of them. Those are dough hooks, yep. And I hope they were dough hooks. And I was on that walk. I just impromptu. I had 10 minutes before the pizza was done. And I seen that thrift store, and I bought the bread pan I'm cooking the bread in right now, and those dough hook beaters, which will make life a lot easier. Which means I'll probably cook bread more often now. So about 16 minutes to go before the final reveal, maybe. Potatoes still got a little bit more cooking they got to do. It's supposed to be over at 1. I think we'll be a little bit late, but that's fine. We don't necessarily need to be that punctual. Bet you one of my nice knives, my dress knife. It's a buck. This is what I wear when I go out dressed up. So I got one this color to match my boots of the same color. And then I have one that's black to match my black cowboy boots. And if you've seen my videos before, I have quite a few others too. So if you haven't hit the thumbs up, please do. If you haven't popped in and say hello, please say hello. Remember, the best way to support the channels and anybody's channels is watch those short ads in the beginning or middle. If it's over 30 seconds, after 30 seconds, you can stop watching it. I think we all still get credit for it. And then, of course, like and share. And most of you all I see on the 3 or 4 other channels I watch. So that's always a fun time. Feel free to share any of my videos on your page if you feel up to it. I'd be most appreciative. And I do will get a shout out to the ones that I definitely follow. Kansas City Prepper was on here. Definitely like her channel is very informative and kind of exciting. And obviously John at Prepper Nation, Rudy at Alaska Prepper, and Cuba at Grayman Prepping. Those are the ones I probably watch them all. Arc Wildman Survival. I like to watch him and see what's edible out in the woods. Jennifer Cruz. Sure I ain't missing anybody. Yep, family dinner tonight, only time to get together. So we're going over to some friend's house because my kids are scattered far and wide. But we did get to see them most of them last Christmas. And last year I got to see all three kids, I think, at two or three different occasions. Two occasions for sure. So that was a good time. And then if you haven't already heard, the good news I got going on is I'm going to be a grandpa come October. My oldest daughter, her and her husband are expecting a baby boy, and I'm really excited about it. And then I hit 4,000 subs, yay, and I'm still over 4,000. Usually when you hit a number the next day, you want back 5 or 6, but so far that hasn't happened. We're going to have a round table online in a few hours. It's something to do. Oh, so I'll be a grandpa in training. Yep. Thank you, Van City. Beaverine, hey, welcome. Thanks for joining in. I'm glad you stopped by. Appreciate it. We're making bread. For one of the reveals already. Boy, that other bread's rising. Continue to rise. It'll be over the pan here in just a moment. I think that'll be the loaf I keep here. So hello, Beaverines. So good. So about halfway through is a good time for me to turn it around because it is a smaller oven. And if I don't turn it around, the back side will get more cooked than the front side. So the guys will get to see another glimpse at it. So here it is in the making. Oh, yes. We're not too far away. So do a quick turn. That's how it'll go back in. That's what it's looking like. It's almost ready. Here. Yep. Another 10 minutes. And I will have a completely cooked loaf. These gloves are handy. I come from work. I handle a lot of hot metal. So now they get another purpose. I have not had gloves like those too. Nope, I just got them at work. I test the hardness on the metals, and a lot of times I grab them soon after they come out of the heat treatment, so they still have quite a bit of heat on them. And this supposedly protects your hands rather well. Yeah. And find out where they get them from. I could put that online, but they buy them in quantity. They are handy. So what is the round table you're going to discuss? Is that going to be on your channel, Van City? Is that going to be on somebody else's channel? So I think we got to see what the bread's going to look like. Proper pantries, rationing sort of thing. My channel, a bunch of pantry homesteader type channels. So it'll be on your channel. Okay, so I know what to look for. I got that going, got that going. What time is it? 12:11. So with that other bread, can I just like put it in the refrigerator? Yeah.
Oh, I don't know if I put it in the tank. I think if you put it in the fridge, it's gonna sink back down.
Okay, so I just leave it in the big oven?
I wouldn't put
I
it in the
think-
fridge.
I think you're right, yeah. All right,
Probably just put a towel on it and
see what happens. All right, I don't know if I got enough time to cook it. I might just cook it. And then just leave it here. I can leave it here on the cooling rack. Just take the one loaf over. No need to bring both loaves over. But we shall see. What did I miss? Use heavy leather gloves for wood stove. There you go. Yep. Like welding gloves would be really good. Because it is getting... It's getting pretty high. That's going to be a bigger loaf. There we go. We got 5 still in chat. Got 7 thumbs up. I don't know if anybody knows it's going to pop in. We're just waiting for the bread to get finished. I'm going to get about 7 minutes. And I can pop it out and put it in the cooling rack. And try not to eat any of it before we go to our friend's house.
God, I need to get in there.
All right.
How are those potatoes?
I think they're about ready now. Yeah, they should be ready.
Are you done?
Nah, let me shut it off first. All right, folks, we kind of see what it looked like. I'll do a short video and post it later. Show you what the finished product looked like. And I'm getting kicked out of the kitchen. So everybody have a wonderful day. Thanks for stopping by. Please rewatch it, and then I'll when it's done, I'll show what the finished version looked like. And then once we cut it over at the other house, I'll probably do a quick one on that one too. Happy Easter, everybody.